Hello, class 12 students. Welcome once again to Math is Possible. Today I am going to continue your video. Now in the last video I had done question number 21 and you all must have seen that the question was really long. Now today I am going to do question number 22 and 23. Both of them are important questions for your exam and they are long also. So first thing you want to write in your notebook is important. Okay, put 3 stars and write IMP. These two questions are going to be important for you. So the first question is going to be question number 22. Okay, all of y'all can sit back, relax. This video is going to be a little longer than usual. Okay, so the question, this is the question, is given A, B, C, A square, B square, C square. BC, AC, it's written CA, AC and CA is the same thing. And then AB, okay, this is equal to, this is supposed to be proved is equal to 111 A square, B square, C square, A cube, B cube, C cube. That's what I saw, hopefully. Yes, that's correct. Which is also equal to A minus B, B minus C, C minus A, C minus A, that's a bracket actually, C minus A, and AB plus BC plus AC. So you see, you have to prove, what do you have to prove? You have to prove that determinant number 1 is equal to determinant number 2 and the determinant number 2 is equal to this given value. Now look very carefully, there is a three-way proving, okay. You just don't have to prove that 1 is equal to 2 and 2 is equal to the value. You have to prove three-way. You have to do this. You have to prove 1 is equal to 2, then 2 is equal to this value, and also 1 is equal to this value. Now just hold on, before you go ahead or before I go ahead and do the proving, I just want to tell you, depending on the marks, you're supposed to do the proving, okay? Just don't go ahead and prove the three-way proving, even if it's given like 3 marks. Okay, if it's given 5 or more than 5 marks, then you have to do three-way proving. If you have less than 5 marks, at least you have 4 marks, then you have to do two-way proving. That's 2 for this and 2 for this. Okay, that's how you're going to get 4 marks. Okay, but if you have 5 marks and all, then you're going to do the three-way proving. 5 and above 5, you won't get above 5, you'll get 5 marks at least. Then you have to do three-way proving. So start with case 1. I'm going to show you the two-way proving, and the third way you will understand all on your own. Okay, I don't have to show you that. Okay, so case 1, part 1, whatever you want to write. Let's start with the first determinant. Case 1 is supposed to be this. Determinant 1 is equal to, determinant 1 is equal to determinant number 2. That's your case 1. Write it. Okay, don't write it now. Write it later on. First, understand. It's given ABC, A square, B square, C square, BC, AC, and AB. Now, if you look at this determinant and you look at what you have to prove, look at this second column. The second column and this second row are both the same things. Okay. You don't have these ones and you don't have the cubes. Now you already have this. Now look, if I do this, then I will get a third column also, cube. Look, if I multiply A with the first column, B with the second column, and C with the third column, don't think about all three, just think about the first one. If I multiply A with the first column, then what do I get? I get an A square here, I get an A cube here, and I get an ABC. So I get A square and A cube. So start with that. Now since you are multiplying A with the first column, B with the second column, and C with the third column, you also have to divide by 1 by A, B, C. Why? Because you cannot multiply something extra. If you are multiplying something extra, then you have to divide by that same thing also. Okay, like the proving of quadratic equation by squaring rule. that is there. No, by completing the squares. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, let's do this. So your first operation that you're going to do is A into C1, comma B into C2, comma C into C3. You have to write this, because if you don't write, then the examiner won't understand what you did. Even if he doesn't understand, he'll pretend he didn't understand because you didn't write it. So he'll cut out 1 mark. Okay. So from here, the next step is actually there. Okay. You can write just an equal to sign. Okay. So this is going to be your next step. You divide by 1 by ABC. Okay. Or you can also do this. Okay. ABC by ABC. You multiplying the top one with, you're multiplying the top ABC inside, and the down one you're just writing it because you multiplied something extra. Just write this determinant ABC, A square, B square and C square, then BC, AC and AB. So that's your determinant. Now the next step is to multiply that inside. I haven't done the multiplication yet, so I'm going to do the multiplication here. So that was your last step. From there, if I multiply, what am I supposed to get? I am supposed to get 1 by ABC outside, and then multiply the A with the first column. So that becomes A square, this becomes A cube, this becomes ABC. Then multiply the B with the second column. So B square, B cube and again ABC. See, AC is there, you multiply the B, so it becomes a ABC. Write it any way you like, it's still going to be the same. C square, C cube, again ABC. So did you see what happened? So now you're getting one row that is having ABC. You can take out that ABC and get rid of this. Okay. So what's going to be your next step? This is going to be your next step. Okay. You don't have to show anything. You have just taken out ABC. Okay. Whatever you're going to show is going to be inside the determinant only. B square, C square. You don't have to write an extra property that you're taking out ABC from the third row. Nothing to do. Just to show. ABC. Don't forget that. A cube, telling myself, not to you. I know you all will not forget. It's me who will make the mistake, because I am not copying from my work. I'm rubbing it off actually. Okay, I'm rubbing off the work and then again doing it. So sometimes I'm bound to make mistake, but I'll try not to do that. So cancel these. Okay, now finally you're left with what? You're left with A square, B square and C square, A cube, B cube, C cube, 1, 1, 1. If you look at this and you look at that, it's coming out. It's actually coming out. You have just one or two more steps and then you'll get your final answer. Okay, so that was the last part. Leave that there. Now you have to write. Next thing you have to write is by property, by properties of determinants, or just by property, or according to property. Anything. Writing is up to you. So write by property. You have to write, the next step is by writing by property. What property am I going to use? I am going to change the rows to columns. I mean, I am going to make this row come into the column. So when I change all the rows into columns, what happens to the determinant? The determinant remains unchanged. Go back to the videos where I have proved these properties. Okay, you will find the property that says that when the rows and the columns, when the rows are changed to the columns, or the columns are changed to the rows, then the determinant remains unchanged. I proved it very nicely. You all might want to see it. So that's what I'm going to do, change the rows to columns. The first row is A square, B square, C square. So that is A square, B square and C square. Came down to the column. Then, A cube, B cube, C cube, 1, 1, 1. Can you see this? So you have to write this according to property, even though you don't have to mention the property, but you have to write by property. So by property, you are getting this. Now from here, what can you do? Simple, put a negative sign, bring the 1 here, take the A squared there. See, you have to just arrange it. So when you interchange any row or any column, what happens? It changes by a negative. That is also another property. You don't have to write the property because you have already given a negative sign over here. Every time if you keep writing the properties, then what happens? You only have to keep remembering the properties of determinants, and the other chapters you'll have to forget them. Okay, so you have to be a little smart. You have to understand a little bit more, and try and get the answer. Now from here, what can you do? Now again you are interchanging two columns. What you are doing, you are bringing the a cube to the third part and you are bringing the a square in the second part. Okay, so from here another plus sign, you want to give it, you don't want to give it, don't give. If you give it also, it's okay, the examiner will not cut marks. That means you have showed that from here again a negative got multiplied, became positive. Okay. A square, b square, if you don't give also no marks will be cut. I am telling you directly. Okay, so this is equal to the determinant number 2. So look at that and look at that, they are both the same things. So I started with determinant number 1 and I have proved determinant number 2. So determinant 1 is equal to determinant 2 and that's your first case. That is proved. You can write proved over here. Okay, you have proved it. Now I have done it like this way. You do it line by line, down, down, down. Okay, don't do like this because I don't have any space. Okay, otherwise I'll have to write on the walls. So that's not possible. So let's do part 2. What is case 2? To prove that the determinant 2 is equal to that value. Okay. So let's start with that. Write 2 and write case 2. Now case 2 is going to be a little long because we'll have to expand and all that. So please watch nicely and understand. So the first, let's write the determinant, that is 1, 1, 1, then a square, b square, c square, this is a cube, this is b cube and this is c cube. Now from here, it's very simple. Just make these two zeros or these two zeros or the outer two zeros, whatever you want to do. So I am going to perform the operation what? I am going to perform R1 tends to R1 minus R2 and R2 tends to R2 minus R3. When I do these two operations, then what do I get? I get the first two elements in the first column as 0. Then this one is coming out as a square minus b square, see, row 1 minus row 2 elements. Then this is coming out as a cube minus b cube, and next one is b square minus c square, and this is b cube minus c cube, and rest is just copy. So copy it and that's your final, that's your last step. From here we will continue by expanding. Next part is to expand. Look at this, and expand it by what? This column and this row. Cover it up, expand. There's a 1 over here, you have to multiply it with a 1. So your work is very easy. That is a square minus b square into b cube minus c cube minus, this is one part, put it inside one bracket and write the second part. That is a cube minus b cube into b square minus c square. Okay, that is your next part. Put it inside the bracket. Okay, let's rub this off. Now I don't need that. I have already multiplied. Let's check it once again. A square minus b square, b cube minus c cube. Yes, that is correct. This got multiplied with this and this got multiplied with this. So if I do that, then I am getting the correct answer. A square minus b square into a b cube minus c cube and a cube minus b cube into d square minus c square. Let's rub it up. I'm correct. Now from here, what do we do? From here, all of you all know what is the formula of a cube minus b cube. You all know, right? If those of you who don't know, you all know how to prove it. If you all don't know how to prove, then you all can watch this a cube minus b cube. I have done this many times. You'll find in other videos also, so nothing to worry about. Bring this 3ab this side. This is a minus b whole cube plus 3ab a minus b. You're left with that side as a cube minus b cube. If you wish, you may not write that a cube minus b cube every time because the calculation is only going to be here. Take out the a minus b common. A minus b came out as common inside the bracket. What are you left with? A minus b whole square. So expand it. A square plus b square minus 2ab, and then there was also a 3ab, okay, which is equal to that a cube minus b cube. Then what are you left with? A minus b, a square plus b square plus ab is equal to a cube minus b cube. So now you have made the formula for a cube minus b cube. You are not going to make any mistake. That means that now this is going to be a plus b. This is a square minus b square formula. A minus b, and this is b minus c whole, b cube minus c cube is b minus c, b square plus c square plus BC. Apply the same thing over there. Instead of A, change that to B. Instead of B, change that to C, and you will get this answer. Okay, now subtract it and write this value. This is going to be A minus B. This is going to be A square plus B square plus AB. It's there. Okay, and then you're left with B plus C and B minus C. Now it's time for you to take out the common values. First check it out, what is common. Okay, A minus B is common over here, A minus B is common over there. B minus C is common, B minus C is common. Look at your RHS, A minus B, B minus C is coming out. So you are actually getting your answer. Okay, your answer is coming out. Alright, now from here, what is the next step? That is A minus B and B minus C came out as common. You are left with A plus B into B square plus C square plus BC. Okay, this part you are left with. Okay, this part, sorry, you might want to put another bracket also. Put curly over here. This is one part. Actually, the whole part is multiplied with this. And put a curly here and do the operation, that is whatever is getting multiplied, right? B plus C is over here. And A square plus B square plus AB is left. Okay, curly bracket closed and box bracket closed. Okay, now from here, what is the next step? From here is to multiply. Okay, so let us go ahead and multiply. Let's rub this off without rubbing that. Okay, now A minus B, B minus C is here. So write it A minus B, B minus C. Now it's time for us to multiply. Multiply AB square. A into B square is AB square. This is AC square plus AC square. Then ABC plus ABC. Then BQ plus BQ. Then BC square plus BC square. Then B square C plus B square C. Now see, when you multiply all these things, all these terms, when you multiply with this, if you don't open the bracket, then they are all positive. But if you open the bracket, they all become negative. So do this, write them all in negative. Okay, so start multiplying. B into A square is BA square minus B into BQ, B square is BQ. Then B into AB is minus AB square. See, B into AB. Yes, this into this is minus CA square. This into this is minus CB square. And this into this is minus ABC. And the bracket is closed. Now next step is to cancel out whatever is cancelling out. Look, this is AB square positive and AB square negative got cancelled out. AC square, any AC square, any AC square, any AC square, no AC square. ABC, ABC got cancelled out. B cube and B cube got cancelled out. This is BC square, B square C, no, nothing, and nothing else is getting cancelled out. So let's write out whatever is left, that is A minus B, B minus C. Then we are left with this AC square. Then you're left with plus BC square. Then you're left with minus BA square. Okay, and what else you're left with? Minus BA square. What did I take? Did I take BC square? AC square. Yes, I have written BC square. Yes, I have written. Okay, there is something else getting cancelled out. CB square and CB square is also getting cancelled out. Minus BA square I have written, and I have to write this minus CA square. Okay, so look at this. I think we are correct. Yes, hope that we have. I have got correct, copied correct. AC square. BC square is copied correctly, BA square is copied correctly, and CA square is copied also correctly. From here, next step is take out the common. Look at this. Take this together and take this together, because I can see C square minus A square coming out from here. I get C minus A. Okay, so use your brain also a little bit. Of course, you guys are going to use your brain, I know. So take this common. From here, what can you take out common? B common. Okay, so take out the B common, write C square minus A square. From here, what can you take out common? C. From these two, you can take out AC common. Okay, so write plus AC. Then what you're left with? Just a C over here. What you're left with? Just an A over there. Did you understand what to do? I hope you have. I'm sure you have B minus C. Okay, from here B, C plus A, C minus A. Okay, plus AC, C minus A. Close the bracket. You're done with your job. Okay, nothing else to do. One more step. I want to write. Okay, let's rub out and write the one more step, because you know you need to watch what is the next step. So the next step, as the last step, take out C minus A common from here. That is A minus B, B minus C, C minus A came out as common. So you got these three terms. See, look over there. These three terms are okay. You're done with your work. Now you're left with what over here? This is gone and this is gone. Look, if I rub out this, okay, and if I rub out this, then you are left with only just this. Okay, so multiply BC plus BA. Okay, so eventually you're getting the answer as AB plus BC plus AC. And you have proved it, that determinant number 2 is equal to this. So equal to this value. So your work is over actually. You have proved 1 is equal to 2 and 2 is equal to this value. Now, if you are to prove 1 is equal to this value, then what you have to do? You have to do it the same way. You have to prove that 1 is equal to 2, but not write it that determinant 1 is equal to determinant 2. Don't write it. Just prove this is coming to this, and from here you're getting this value. So you have to do that whole thing once again for probably 1 or 2 marks more. Okay. So anyways, this question is complete. I showed you 2 parts. I showed you 2 way. First part and second part. The third part you can do on your own. You have to repeat the same process. Okay. Just make sure don't write determinant 1 is equal to determinant 2. Just start with determinant 1. Don't even write determinant 1. Just write this as the next new thing, new determinant, and then start proving is equal to this value by doing the same thing what I have done just now. Okay, let's go on to question number 23, because that is also an important question and a long question and a question to understand actually. Okay, so ML Aggarwal students, ISC students, class 12, this was your important question and I hope you have correctly copied it. That might come for your exam. Okay, question number 23, another important and not so easy looking question. Okay, now some of these questions have hints. Okay, over here some of these, like question number 23 has a hint already given to me, but you know, in the exam you will not have a hint. You will not have a hint over there. Okay, so I am choosing to ignore the hint and I am choosing to do something. It will look like a hint. It will happen like the hint only. Okay, but I'll do it in a different way. But it is same operation I will do. Okay, what's given in the hint, but I'll try and make you understand, because without understanding you will not understand what to do in the hint. You just have to copy. So the determinant is given as a square. Understand? Okay, I'll make you understand. A square, B square, C square, then A square, B square, C square, A square minus BC whole square. This is inside, this is the first column actually, minus CA whole square, C minus A whole square, and then A minus B whole square, minus A minus B whole square, and the third column is BC, AB, AC. This whole determinant, this determinant has to be proved to A minus B, A minus B, B minus C, A minus B, B minus C, C minus A, C minus A plus B plus C into, they are all multiplied actually, okay, into A square, another dot there, A square plus B square plus C square. So you have to prove that this determinant, okay, I hope I have copied correctly, A square, B square, C square, A square minus BC whole square, A square minus BC minus CA whole square, and C square minus AB whole square, BC. See, I made a mistake copying. This is AC and this is AB. I don't want to make a mistake copying, because if I make a mistake copying, then the whole question is finished. I'll never be able to prove it. Nobody will. Okay, BC, AC and AB. Okay, now we have to prove that this determinant is equal to this whole value. What I'm going to tell you is go on to your rough. Let's go on to the rough. Don't start directly proving. Go on to your rough. Make a rough work column. Go on to your rough. The first thing that you can understand in this determinant, it looks difficult, is basically this column. This column is not expanded. Take any one element from this column, let's say the first one, and expand it. Write it. A square minus. So what happens when you write this inside the bracket? Becomes b square plus c square minus 2bc. So if you open the bracket, it becomes b square minus c square plus 2bc. Look at that. Okay. Now look at this term and look at this term in your RHS. More or less looks the same. Only problem is the negatives, isn't it? They are causing a problem. Okay, no problem. Let's take the negative common. Let's say I'm just thinking of trying to prove this. Okay, I'm not thinking about this. Okay, forget it. Think that it's not there. So what do? If I take a negative common, then what happens? I get a negative a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, this is however it is written. Okay, again there is a problem. What is the problem? As I took the negative common, this became a negative. That means even if I take a common negative as a common, it's not going to help. So let's not do this step. Okay, let's cut it out. But we can do something like this. Yeah. Suppose if I had a negative sign already over here. Suppose if I had already a negative sign over here, then if I would have taken the negative as common, then I would have got what? I would have got everything as a positive. So let's do that work. Let's try and make that front part negative. How do you make that front part negative? You have to take the help of a different column. Look at this. This is a square. What if I write minus 2a square over here and add it? Look at that. What does that become? That becomes a minus a square. Okay. Now we have solved the problem, haven't we? This becomes minus a square minus b square minus c square, right? If you add a negative 2a square over here, then you have solved the problem, isn't it? Now this is a problem. Then you have to take the help of another column now. Look at this third column. The third column is a 2bc. So if I subtract the minus 2bc, then the problem is absolutely solved. So what did I do over here? What did I do over here? I did minus 2 into column 1. Okay. Then I added the whole column 2. Then I added the column 2. And then I subtracted minus 2 into the column 3. Look at that. If you multiply 2 into column 1, that becomes minus 2a square. Then what happens? Plus this whole column is expanded. Okay. And written this way. And because that 2bc is causing a problem, I multiplied minus 2bc using the third column element and I have solved it. Okay, so at least I got this part which is coming common by taking the sign common. So what do? So you have to change column 2. So you change column 2 and the column 2 is going to be minus 2 into column 1 plus column 2 minus 2 into column 3. Now if you notice, now those of you who have the book, in the book this is how it's given to you. Column 2 tends to column 2 minus 2 into column 1 minus 2 into column 3. Now that's because they already know what to do. You don't know what to do in the exam hall. So you have to expand and you have to actually analyze what you have to do. At least one part which comes proved from there. Okay, and you apply this to these 3 columns. You will see that they are coming a, b, c, a square, b square, c square, a square, b square, c square. Okay, so this is the same operation that you will be doing. Okay, that is given in your book but given in a different way. But now you understand what you have to do. Earlier you didn't. If you just copy from the book, you never understand. Okay, unless you solve the question. But now you know how to understand first and then apply this, because you'll never know what to do. You have to understand what the question is and then apply the logic. Okay, so let's start applying this logic. If I do this a square, b square, c square, and if I write this minus 2a square plus a square, look at this, a square minus, that's going to be b square, sorry, not plus, minus c square plus 2bc minus 2bc. Okay, it's going to be so long when you do the multiplication. But if you want to make it short, just you can write a square plus b square plus c square, taking the negative common. Okay, that's up to you. I want to show it expanded way for the students who are a little bit slow to understand, but doesn't matter. That doesn't mean they're always going to be slow. They will become fast one day also. B square, so that is a 2 into column 1 plus column 2, add the whole column 2. Column 2 starts with b square minus c square minus a square plus 2ac minus 2ac. Okay, that is your column 2. Column 3 again 2 into c square plus, starting with c square minus a square minus b square plus 2ab minus 2ab, and the column 3 is just copied. BC, AC and AB. BC, AC, AB. That's your first thing that you are done with. Okay, from here cancel out what is cancelling out. These terms are getting cancelled out. And what is going to be your next step? The next step I'm going to write in short. Okay, so I expect you all to follow something quickly also, because you won't get much time to do these questions. You have to think very fast. Okay, because that's how it is. Okay, class 12 student you are. You may be in science, commerce, whatever you are. Doesn't matter. You have to start thinking fast. So from here you're left with minus a square minus b square minus c square. So take out bracket as common and make sure you make your work less. Okay, don't make your burdens more, try and reduce it. Minus again a square plus b square plus c square, rest is all copied, bc, ac and ab. So this is your first column, second column, third column. Okay, although it's a little cramped up, don't worry about that. Okay, you know what it is. Now what's your next step? Next step, take out this a square plus b square plus c square common. Don't worry about the negative. Negative, we'll talk about it a little in the next step. Okay, from here the next step is very simple. Just take out the common. Alright, so now the next step I'm going to do, just take out a square plus b square plus c square as common. So the common came out. Once the common has come out, what do? Rest is just easy. It's like a beautiful question that is now going to be solved. Okay, that is the beauty of mathematics, you know. See, so nicely we are going to solve this question, and you can see it's actually solved. Okay, you have got your main difficult part. Now it's going to be solved. Finished. What to do? Make this 0, make this 0. Done. Nothing to do. Done. Once you have understood what to do, question is really simple. A square plus b square plus c square. Okay. Question is simple, but I'm a little difficult. I have to write the next operation, that is row 1 tends to row 1 minus row 2. See, if you subtract, then only it will get added. Okay, then only it will come 0. And row 2 tends to row 2 minus row 3. Don't write plus, okay. If you add it, then it will become 2. Minus 2 it will become. You have to subtract, make 0. I'm talking about the middle column. Talking about the second column. So from here, what can we do? From here, don't worry about that. That I'll write later. A square minus b square. Okay, 0. BC minus AC. A square minus b square c. First row minus second row element. Then b square minus c square here. Then a 0. Then AC minus AB. AC minus AB. Then c square 1 and AB here. Alright, now from here you have to expand. Oh, 1, no, minus 1. Very big mistake. Don't forget the negative. Okay, now from here, now you have to count, because you're going to expand from the middle element. So start counting. This is plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. So negative's negative is positive. So let's start expanding. Students, I know this class is getting a little long, a little boring, but that is not boring. Okay, I may be boring, but that's not. Okay, anyways, you take out the negative 1 and multiply it with a negative, of course, because that's negative. I just now counted and showed you. So that's a positive. Don't have to worry about that. So this column and this row is covered. So what you have to multiply? You have to multiply this into this and this into that. So this is a square minus b square into ac minus ab. See, cover this and this. You have to only this. A square minus b square ac minus ab. Okay, minus this is b square. Okay, one mistake. I didn't write that. So don't make that mistake. A square plus b square plus c square. You have to write it whether in front or there. If you don't write, then that's a very big mistake. Okay, let's put this in a box bracket. I forgot to write that. I'll write it at the last. Okay, so this is b square minus c square. B square minus c square into bc minus ac. This is done. Bracket a square plus b square plus c square. That was supposed to be multiplied with the whole thing. Okay, look. Let's look if I have correctly multiplied. A square minus b square into ac minus ab. A square minus b square into ac minus ab. And b square minus c square into bc minus ac. B square minus c square into bc minus ac. All correct. Now from here, what is your next step? Simple. The next step is to expand. From here, just expand it. This is what? A square plus b square plus c square, right? Then you are left with, what is this? A plus b, a minus b. From here, what is common? A, c minus b is inside, it's left inside. Then b plus c, okay, b minus c. Then from here, c is common and b minus a. Okay, so now you have to take out the common. Okay, you have got this part. You need a minus b, b minus c, and c minus a. So look at this. A minus b is over here, but it's b minus a over there. Look at this. B minus c, it is over here. B minus c. You need b minus c. It's okay over here, but it's problematic over here. Okay, so we change the problems. Okay, we get rid of the problems. Where is the problem? First problem is here, and the second problem is here. So let's solve the problems. What do? We just change the sign. We just take out the negative sign and inside just change the signs. You guys are class 12 students. All of you all know this. You all are expected to know this. Okay. You just take out the negative sign out. Look, if you take out the minus from the b, take away, then what happens inside? The b becomes positive and the c becomes negative. So now what do is you put a negative sign and you write the a right in front. And then you write a plus b, a minus b, and you write b minus c. Now from here, when you change this also, again the negative comes out. This becomes a positive. And you write the c right in front. And then you write b plus a, b minus a. Sorry, don't say wrong. If I'm saying wrong, means I'm going to write wrong. So that's going to be a minus b. Changed, right? Problems are solved. Let's write the positive in front or the negative there, or do what you want. Okay, you don't have to necessarily write the positive one in front and the negative one at the back. You can directly take out the common from here only. So from here, if you take out common, what do? A square plus b square plus c square was already written. Now from here, you have to take out a minus b common and b minus c common. See, a minus b here, a minus b here, b minus c here, and b minus c is there. So let's write a minus b, b minus c. A minus b, b minus c came out as common. Inside the bracket, you are left with what? Minus a plus b. Okay, over there you are left with plus c. Okay, b plus a. Look, b plus a. No, wrong. B plus c. See the mistake. See the mistake. Okay, don't make the mistakes that I am making. Okay, because I am copying from the top part, and from the top part, if you can see, sir, instead of c, he has written an a. You make the necessary changes. Okay, you don't have to worry about me. You know what to do actually. And I think I made another mistake. Most probably, I think so. I'm not sure, but I will check it out. Hold on one sec. Where did I make the mistake? I made the mistake. Where? Okay, this is okay. If I multiply, this becomes minus a square, this becomes minus ab, this becomes bc, and this becomes okay. I didn't make no mistake. I don't think I have made any mistakes over here. I changed this, right? Yeah, a minus b was normal as it is. Okay, I changed this to b minus c, made this a negative. Then I changed that also to a minus b, put the negative over here. And I don't think that anything is wrong over here. Now from here, a square plus b square plus c square, okay. Then a minus b, okay, a minus b, okay, that is c minus a minus b, b minus c, sorry. A minus b, b minus c, okay. Now from here, let's multiply minus a square minus ab plus bc plus c square, okay. Multiplied. Next step, all are correct, nothing is wrong, nothing to worry, all correct, all coming out, I can see it, I can make out, okay, that is a square plus b square plus c square, this is a minus b, this is b minus c. From here, you take c square and a square together, then what do you get? You get c plus a, c minus a. Now if you take bc and ab common, then b comes out. Take the positive one first, then you're left with c minus a. Can you see it's coming out? So now from here, a square plus b square plus c square, okay, into a minus b into b minus c into c minus a into a plus b plus c. Okay, that's your final answer. And look, a minus b, b minus c, c minus a minus b, b minus c, c minus a plus b plus c, a square b square plus c square. Right, proved. Forget the placements. Okay, they can be placed anywhere. They are multiplied. If you write 2 into 3 into 4 and write 4 into 3 into 2, or you write 3 into 4 into 2, all three of them are going to give you the same answer. So this multiplied by this into this, or they just interchange here and there, won't make a difference. So that's your answer, and that's it for today. Students, I have done 2 important questions for you, written important over there. Make sure you mark it as important. Okay, in the next class, I will do more important questions. Okay, and finish off this very quickly. There are 31 questions over here in this exercise. Okay, and that's it. Now I have nothing to say. So take as much help as possible from my and your channel. Math is possible. See you in the next video.